This election is not only just enormous, but it's historic here in North Carolina. Next week, North Carolina will have its first black lieutenant governor, either Republican Mark Robinson or Democrat Yvonne Lewis-Hawley. But the historic race is getting overshadowed really by other state elections. So let's take a moment to talk a little bit about both of these candidates. And you've covered them. What can you share with us about these two candidates,
Well,
Tim?
I could tell you that they are polar opposites. So people will know exactly who they want to select. You have Yvonne Lewis-Hawley, who is a state representative, longtime state worker. She champions, abortion rights. She opposes, gun rights, and she wants to have gun restrictions. And she also is a supporter of public schools. You have Mark Robinson, who is polar opposite. He grew up poor. He grew up in foster care. 9 of 10 children, one of the youngest in his family. But he also believes that systemic racism does not exist. He does not agree with abortion rights, and he is a gun rights advocate, Second Amendment. But when you look at their race, or when you look at the title that they're vying for, lieutenant governor, basically it's a ceremonious role. They will be over the State Board of Education, the Energy Council. They will serve on the Council of State. So a lot of the issues that they are pushing on their campaign, it's not really the issues that they will be focused on in office. But it is certainly an interesting race. I wish that there was more attention to it because it is historic.
Absolutely, it is. And Danielle, I'd love for you to weigh in on this as well. Thank you, Tim.
I will definitely say that, and especially in our community, we need to celebrate these first. And I would say that I feel sometimes when it comes to Mark Robinson's race, being a conservative, running as a Black Republican, I think that it's been overshadowed because it doesn't fit the narrative. But as Black people, we've got to celebrate all of the wins in our community because, like Tim says, he grew up poor. He grew up in a large family where his mother had to make do. I will say a lot of people don't even realize in North Carolina, the Republican Party was started by a Black man. And when you bring in the history of race and politics in North Carolina, and you look at even the Wilmington Massacre, I think it was a fascinating story to see sort of like a Black rise to, prominence politically in this state with its history. So I think it was a missed opportunity. Thank you, Tim, for covering it. Thank you for the few media outlets that did cover it, but it was a missed opportunity for us to be able to also champion another level of government. And I do believe that all levels of government has the ability to impact positive changes for our community. So yes, where it's not as powerful role as the governor, it still can have an impact, and it's something we should still celebrate.